Yo, what's going on, man? Welcome to another video, and today I'll show you how to swing, peek, and clear rooms like a pro in Rainbow Six Siege. So let's start. So the first thing you want to do is obviously shoot default cam, and then the first step in clearing rooms. So let's say we attacked here, and we already obviously cleared this, but we're gonna attack second floor. The first thing in clearing obviously is to drone. So we're gonna attack main stairs. We're gonna draw the armory. Nobody's here, and then the key to droning is always to drone one room ahead of you. So one room ahead of like the room you're gonna enter. So one room ahead to not too far, because if you're droning like 30 seconds here every single corner, by the time you get off your drone, some enemy will be here because you droned this spot right in front of you like 30 seconds ago, and that's so much time for enemies to move into totally different place of the map. So always drone only quick drone one room ahead, no enemies here. Boom, you can move forward and shoot the defaults as always. And then let's say there's an enemy holding me through the attic door here. And then, now let's get to the swing and peeking part. So how you clear rooms is just through the drone, one room ahead, and that's it. And then you always leave your drone in a common spot, on a safe spot. And then you can use some crazy drone spots here, for example here. Just a very simple good one. You can see pretty much everything here and leave it just here. No enemies will see it. And then how to swing and peek. Let's start with swinging. So never ever, ever, ever swing crouched. This is literally the most important tip in swinging. Never ever swing crouched. Because when you're standing, your hitbox is like tall and slim, but when you're crouched, it's gonna be short and wide. So your hips like poke through on the sides like quicker. Because you're not standing up and your hips, like, legs are not like very close to each other. They're like spread out because you have to get lower in the crouch position. So that hitbox actually gets wider, and they're gonna see your legs first before even you see them. So never ever swing crouch, starting crouch. What you can do is when you're swinging, you can start by this and then crouch, do a little movement there, make the enemy harder to hit your head and your body overall, but never ever start crouch because you're gonna be slower and like wider. So it's very bad. Always swing standing up. And when you swing, you never really want to like do like this. It's very hard to see enemies here because they're never gonna be standing right here looking at this. No enemy's gonna be like this. They're always gonna be like behind cover somewhere. So when you swing, you never swing like this. Never like this. You always swing the common spots. Not like this, but like this. Move quickly under the common spot. You don't have to slowly search this area because nobody will be here. Nobody there. Alright, nobody there. Because Rainbow Six Siege is a one-shot headshot game, so always remember to aim head level. And if you do not know where that is, you can look at the barricades here, and where this line is going to be head level. So there's this little thing here, and then the second one. And this second one is head level. So always aim head level. Right here. Head level. And if there's an enemy there, boop. One shot and that's it. But also there's situations where you need to aim lower. For example, if you're swinging this and you know that no enemy is going to be standing there like this behind cover because their whole body here is going to be exposed. They're going to be crouched, obviously. So when you're swinging or peeking specific parts like there, you have to aim in the correct level. Not head level, but in the correct level, which is down there. But now for the peeking part. So here's the enemy. We drone him. We're going to see him right here. What a loser, he doesn't even see us because we use the pro drone spot right here on top of the drawer thing, closet, whatever. And then how to peek in Rainbow Six Siege like a pro. So you do not need to do any fancy peeks. They're not gonna hurt you, but they're not necessary. They're not gonna change a thing. So if you prefer doing these over just normal peeking like I do, I prefer this. But it's also easier to hit one tap with just a normal AD peek. But the over AD peek is just, it's literally just the golden rule. It's just what every pro uses basically in Pro League. Like you rarely see them do anything fancy. But then how to peek correctly. You always need to aim head level, of course. And then peeking is a very good way of getting information on the enemies. You're not necessarily looking for kills. The kills come from the swings more likely, but not from the peeking necessarily. It's more for information gathering. And then also, I think this is called the Psycho peek, where you like crouch like this, because the hitbox like gets very slim suddenly when you go into the prone position. So the enemies will not be basically only see the tip of your gun. Well, you'll see the whole like area. So that's how you use that as information if you're out of drones. But always use drones when you can. But let's say you're out of drones, then you can use... You can always do this. Oops. You can always do the Shaco peek. Or just a normal peek. Because in control it's very hard to do. But you can just normal peeks, like this kind of information. You see somebody there, you can swing them. And that's how you kill them. So that's how to clear, swing, and peek in Rainbow Six Siege like a pro. It's very simple. Like Siege really is... It's just stick to the basics. It's literally, that's how it is. Just stick to the basics and that's it. So thanks for watching, man. And I hope I help you. And I'll see you in the next one. God bless.